morning. I hope that this is okay the way that I'm set up. I don't know if it is or not because Facebook did some crazy thing to where you got to go through all these steps to do a live video. And I was like, I don't have time to go through all that today. So I grabbed my iPad and I'm doing the video on my iPad, and I'm hoping that I'm positioned right because I feel like there's like this much space above my head, but I don't know how to make myself taller. There we go, maybe. Good morning. How are you guys? I'm so excited to be here for Wednesday's Word. I have a great word for you guys this morning. It's all about Valentine's Day coming up. You know, a lot of times people hate Valentine's Day. They don't want to look forward to Valentine's Day, and they get like very depressed during that time. And so I have a really good word for you guys for Valentine's Day. I have a really good word for getting through what it may be one of the hardest holidays for a lot of people to get through. So, hey Leah, good morning, Leah. Thanks so much for jumping on, and all you other guys, I see you guys jumping on. Thank you so much. Good morning to you. Okay, so what the name of this, I almost said podcast, what the name of this live is what's love got to do with it? Because love is such a word that is thrown around so much, and I just wanted to do this video, and I know that somebody needs to see it because of all of the difficulties I had trying to get this video going. Literally, it was one thing after another, and of course that little voice is like, well, you know, maybe you shouldn't do a video today, you know, because you've got this going on and that going on. Hello, Coach Chuck. Hey, how are you? Good morning. And so it was like, no, because if the devil is working this hard to keep me from doing this video, there's something powerful in it, and I am going with it. So thank you guys so much for jumping in this morning. Hi, good morning. And Sarah, good morning. Thanks so much for jumping in. So I want to talk about love. And I want to talk about unconditional love and the ultimate love above all other loves. So one of my absolute favorite verses in the Bible, and it's actually, y'all, I'm going to try to sit up a little bit. I know I probably have words on my face this morning. I apologize. I don't know why in the world Facebook changed things, but anyways, it is what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into the word because everything seems to be crazy this morning. So let's just go ahead and get into it. So one of my favorite verses in the Bible is John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whomsoever believeth in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. So I think of that, for God so loved. Love. There's that word, loved. And so this morning, God woke me up about 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, and he was like, love. How can we say those letters in that word? And so the first one is L, which is lay down his life. Like Jesus laid down his life for us, guys. That is the ultimate love that anyone could do for you. O is for overcome. He overcome the world. So no matter what you're going through, I want you to know that there is nothing too difficult that Jesus cannot do. There is nothing that is impossible that he cannot do because he already overcome the world. V is for victory. He gives us victory. A lot of times we are stuck in situations and circumstances and we cannot see a victory. We can see just like defeat and failure. And God's like, I have victory for you. So V is for victory, and E is for entering your heart. And when you allow Jesus to come into your heart, something's going to change. Number one, all the thing from your past is under the blood, because the enemy likes to use that against us and make us feel worthless or feel less than or feel guilt and feel shame and feel bad about ourselves because of everything that we've been through. But God wants you to know that he enters your heart and all of those things have passed away. All of the old become new again. So one of the things I wanted to talk about today is Valentine's Day, and Valentine's Day is coming up. And I feel like the enemy is telling some of you that you're going to be alone for the rest of your life. Maybe the enemy's telling you you're unlovable. Maybe nobody's ever told you before that you are a special person, that you are lovable, and that you are important. So if no one has ever told you that before, let me speak through God and tell you that right now. You are loved, you are important, and God has huge plans for you. And if you're praying for a spouse, I believe with everything inside of me that God has that perfect person for you. Now, here's what God gave me this morning. You got to quit looking at all the wrong places. And guys, I'm not judging because I have been there. And back in the day, I was looking in all the wrong places and I was meeting all the wrong ones. And so what God spoke to me was when he's ready for you to meet that person, he's going to put them in your life, whether they rear end you and it's, you know, like a wreck, or whether it's in a Publix or another grocery store, or whether it, however God wants to work it out, he'll put that person in your path. But what he wants you to know is that you don't have to do it on yourself. It's not on you to find that person. God can give you that person and he can put that person in your life, but it's all about his timing. I think back to how I tried to find the right one and I was always looking in the wrong places, and I felt like I didn't deserve a good man. I didn't deserve someone to love me because of everything I had been through. And guys, that is lies of the enemy. When the enemy tells you you don't deserve something, I want you to speak against that and say, you know what? I'm a child of God. Yes, I do. And yes, God has the perfect person for me. So as we go into Valentine's Day, I want you guys to feel the love of God if you don't have the love of another person, because that love is unconditional. And I remember I used to hate Valentine's Day, y'all. I used to wear black all day. I used to not want to talk to people because I was so angry and upset and hurt inside that I didn't believe I deserved anybody. I didn't believe that God would ever give me a man like my husband because I was so blinded by what the enemy was telling me. This is good. I hope you guys are picking this up because this is so good. God wants you to know that you are special and you are loved, and you are perfect the way he made you. He wants you to know that. Another thing that I wanted to say is if you have been through or now presently are in an abusive relationship, I know what that's like. I've been there. I lived in that for 4 years. And I want you to know that you're worth more than that you're more special than that, and that God does not want you to stay in a toxic relationship where someone is not letting you know how loved, how appreciated, and how beautiful you are. Because, guys, let me tell you, I think back to my ex and how abusive he was to me, and I forgave him, but the thing about it is I had to realize that's all he ever knew. That's all he was ever taught. That's all he ever saw. So he treated me like he had always seen other people being treated. So what I want you to know today is if you have never known a love like none other, then I'm here to tell you that God can give you that love. And I can tell you that God can turn around any circumstance, any situation. God can turn it around, and God can turn old into new. And so going into Valentine's Day, smile at somebody, be nice to somebody. You've no idea what people are going through. You have no idea the hurt that might be in somebody's heart. You have no idea the struggles that somebody might be going through. And your smile might totally turn around their life, might totally change how they feel. You know, and I want you to know, if you're going through a hard time right now, that no matter what it is, if you will have faith over fear. It says have faith as big as a mustard seed. Guys, that's not very big. I got a little piece of bling here. I know that it's not the same as a mustard seed, but you can see it's tiny. See how tiny that is? If you have faith that big, that mountains will move. And I know that because I've seen that. And I can tell you, circumstances, there was no way. There was no way. And I know I talk about this all the time, but that's because it's my testimony. And one day I will share the whole entire story with you guys in a book because it's pretty amazing. And I want you to know that there's nothing God can't do. I want you to hear that today. There's no illness He cannot completely recover, restoration in your body. There's no financial situation He can't turn around. There's no marriage He can't restore. There is nothing that God can't do. But what we have to remember is we have to pray for His guidance and wisdom, because if we don't, we try to start doing it all on our own and we make a big old mess. So that's what I want you guys to know for today. Thank you so much for jumping on here. I love all of you so much. I will make sure I read all the comments. I always do. And guys, just show love to each other. Hi, Maya. Hi, Susan. Hey, Madsen. Olaf. Hello. Shelly. Hey, guys. Thank you all so much for jumping in here, guys. I see all of you. And I appreciate you, and I love you, and I hope you all have an amazing Valentine's Day. And guys, listen, whenever you have those thoughts come in your mind that you're not worthy, that you're not good enough, I want you to speak back and say, yes, I am, because I am a child of God, and God has great things for my future, and God has great things for me, and I am going to stand strong in my faith, and the devil is a liar, period. I'm telling you, if you can turn my life around, you can turn your life around too. Absolutely can. Miracles happen every single day. So thank you for watching. We'll be back on Friday with another podcast, Faith Over Fear. This one is with Amy Boswinkle. Guys, it's incredible. You definitely want to see it. Hi, Orlando. Hello and good morning to you. So I got to jump off of here, guys. I got an appointment that I got to get to, but I just wanted to do this live. I'm so glad I did. And even though we had some obstacles and some things that were keeping me from doing it, I know somebody needed to see it. So God bless you all. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next Wednesday. Bye.